everyone. We're here to talk about whether violent video games have been the cause of an increase in violence among America's youth. Today, it's a very big controversy whether the violent video games that the youth do play affects their behavior and how they act and if they are more aggressive. Well, stay tuned because I have done extensive research and asked a lot of social media and other people and even interviewed people who played video games to see what their opinion was. So today, about half of the video games being played or being distributed are actually violent video games. And that's just the trend for the 21st century right now, is that violent video games are a really big part of adolescents' lives right now. And you can see in my right-hand corner that they're just some examples of what is actually being played today, like Grand Theft Auto. There's already 5 of them. There's 5 different ones. There's World of Warcraft, there's Call of Duty, and also Call of Duty, there's a bunch of different ones. And so you can see that these companies are selling to an audience, or else they wouldn't be making multiples of each of them.
Hi, I've been playing video games for over 12 years now, and it has never impacted me in any way. It's just a moment for me to just kick it back and relax.
I never really played video games growing up, but I do think that it desensitizes children and teens to violence who do play them.
My name is Frankie, and I'm a daily gamer. I usually game 2 to 3 hours a day. I play RPG games, some sports games, and even though I play like a lot of shooting games, I don't feel like they have affected in my emotions becoming aggressive or anything.
So I had the opportunity to talk to those 3 individuals about what they thought about violent video games and whether they've played video games themselves or they were simply a bystander. Now we should take a look to see if the parents or even the school teachers see effects on the video games that their kids play. I would like to look at the different statements that I've asked them, not necessarily video interviews. Hi guys, I actually took to a social media, specifically Facebook, to ask different people what they thought about the controversy between whether violent video games are actually promoting violence in today's youth. I wanted different emotions from whole sorts of people. Specifically, I wanted to hear what parents had to say and what teachers had to say. This one is from a teacher. She's an elementary school teacher. Her name is Mrs. Sherry Thomas. And she just had to say about that she knows that there is an increasingly violence among the youth. That she feels that it is not a direct link to violent video games, though. However, she does see that violent video games promotes her younger students to talk and be more interested in things containing violence. For example, fantasizing about guns and beating people up. She said it's especially important to look at all the change over the last of the decades of the many violence by the youth, because she has been teaching for many decades right now, and so she said that the way that the children actually interact with each other has shifted. While asking people on Facebook, I came across another individual, and he expressed to me about his son, who was very interested in video games at the age of 10, that he doesn't think that violent video games are actually a problem. He feels that it is the parents' job to teach their children right from wrong and what is reality. So in conclusion, I have been researching for about 5 months now, and I've came to the conclusion that a lot of people, at least throughout the youth and even teachers and parents, they don't feel that violent video games are actually causing today's youth to be violent, that it's other situations. They do feel, though, that some people should be limited to how much they play, which is not anything to do with them being violent or not. So for me particularly, I think that, no, I don't think violent video games have been the cause of the vast amount or uprising of violence. I do think, though, that because technology has increased vastly from decades like before, that is a good indicator of why our violence, particularly within the youth, has skyrocketed.